I'm Thea.
I'm Betty. Today we're going to review PPC curve, comparative, and absolute advantage.
The PPC graph, or the production possibilities curve, represents two goods, and we have a fixed number of resources that we need to apply to both brownies and cupcakes. The curve represents scarcity. For example, I only have so many eggs that I need to use for both brownies and cupcakes. For example, point B. At point B, we can make 25 cupcakes and 15 brownies with the resources we have. We have an opportunity cost of all the other brownies we could have made when we're making cupcakes instead. Any point to the left of the curve, such as point D, is inefficient. For example, there's a recession going on, while any point to the right of the curve, like point E, is impossible. Opportunity cost increases as we get to the extremes of the curve. For example, when I'm all the way down here at point C, the resources I could be using to make brownies are being forced to make cupcakes instead. And trade-offs are the other things a consumer could have done. When we eat lots of brownies, we can't have any more cupcakes.
So I'm going to talk about comparative and absolute advantages. The definitions of these two are listed in the worksheet, and also the steps of finding the comparative advantage is also listed on there. So let me go over a FRQ just to illustrate what these steps mean. So take a second to read the question. So part 1 asks about the opportunity cost of a cake in company A. To approach these kind of problems, first you make a table. You put the company's names on the left and the product's names on the top. And secondly, you identify whether this is an output or input problem. Usually, if it's an input problem, the question mentions something about the time. Well, in this case, there's nothing, so we assume it's an output problem. When finding the opportunity cost of an output problem, we use other goes over. So in this case, one cupcake is 600 over 300, so you get 2 donuts in return for the opportunity cost. If it's an input problem, it's going to be other goes under, so it's going to be 300 over 600 if it's an input problem. Question 2 asks about which country will import cakes, which means which country does not have the comparative advantage of producing cakes. So that means the opportunity cost of producing one cake is higher. In this case, it's company B because 4 is greater than 2. Then 3, asking will there be advantages for A or B? So at first, initially, company A, after producing one cake, it can get 2 donuts in return. But this case, it can get 5 donuts in return. So apparently this trade is good for A. But for B, it has to produce 4 donuts to get 1 cake initially, but now it has to produce more to get the same thing. So it's pretty bad for B. Okay, so the fair terms of trade in this case will be any number between 2 and 4.